Hey everyone, this is Gunsnipe, and today I'm going to show you how to fly a glider. Now, fly a glider on GTA 5, but if anyone has played it by now, there is no glider on GTA 5. No official one, actually. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn this Cuban 800 into a glider. And no, this is not by any means of hacks or mods. This is pure legit way to do it. Now, you could do this with any of the three characters, but for the sake of time, we're going to do this with Trevor, because when you have Trevor, you have the arms trafficking missions unlocked, and you have access to the Cuban 800. So the first thing you want to do is pull up your weapon wheel, and you want to choose a weapon that doesn't deal that much damage. You want a good damage dealing weapon, but you don't want to do it so much where the plane will explode on you. So I'm going to pull out the combat pistol here, and I'm going to shoot at the engine. I'm going to put 2 clips into the left engine, and I'm going to put at least a half a clip on the right. What you want to do is you want to damage these engines to a point where they're going to die out in flight. Right there is good enough. Like I said, you want to deal enough damage to these engines where they die out in mid-flight. Now, when Trevor says that, you know the engines are fixing to die. Now we're gonna take off. Okay. Now as you can see, there's smoke already pouring out of the left engine. But you want to climb up as high as possible, as much as possible. You want to gain enough altitude for this to work. Now as you can see, now the left engine, now the left engine has died, but now the right engine is fixing to die. Once the right engine has died completely, you have a glider. You have essentially a glider. Now, depending if you want to do this the easy way or the way I just did, you would put 2 clips in the left engine and leave the right engine alone, because the strain on the right engine to try to keep the plane aloft in the air would get too much forward, and it will die eventually. It just takes a lot longer. As you can see, the engine is trying to stay on, but sooner or later, it does this. Now, you essentially have a glider. What you want to do is you want to keep the nose of the plane elevated by pulling back on the stick. As you can see, I'm having trouble keeping the plane aloft, but it does work. Like I said, if you want to do this the easy way, just shoot at one of the engines and leave the other one alone, and the corresponding damage from the left engine will transfer to either engine. Actually, you can do this on either one. The corresponding damage to either engine would transfer to the undamaged one, and it will smoke up. It will seize up, like they just did. Now, as you can see, I only did it at a partial altitude. I did this one time a little while ago, and I was up high in the air before the engines completely died out. Now we're gonna land the plane so that I don't die. I mean, I could get the engines repaired by just simply switching over to another character for a free repair. I ain't gonna do that. Now the plane's not gonna make it, so it did. So yeah, it did land. Now let's quickly switch over to another character to get the engines repaired. It's just a quick switch. You can switch to either Trevor. You can either switch, not Trevor, but you can either switch to Franklin or Michael, and then you immediately switch back. Now, of course, the game puts Trevor out of the chopper, like the plane, but the engines do start up. Now, I'm going to taxi the plane once the engines warm up. I'm going to taxi the plane, the Cuban 800, all the way to the other side of the runway. I'm going to do the trick again, but this time I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to put one full clip in the left engine and one full clip on the right. You want to try to get the balance right. I mean, sometimes the balance can be even, sometimes it can be odd. It just depends. Now just line the plane up right. Now let's get out of here. Pull out your pistol. You don't want to do this with a machine gun, because the machine gun does more damage and you run the risk of blowing the plane up. So essentially you shoot at the engines again. Now let's go back in and see what happens. If I'm not mistaken, both engines are now smoking side by side. So both engines in correlation, as you can see they're doing that, but now both engines in correlation will seize up together. But again, if you want to pilot the Cuban 800 as a glider for even longer, you will want to do more damage on one engine and let the other engine simply die out during flight. You want to climb, and as I said before, you want to climb the Cuban 800 as high as possible before both engines seize up or die out, as they're fixing to do. As you can see, they both died out, and now we have a glider again. This time I got more height, but if, like I say, you want to maintain height, you gotta keep the elevation control, or the elevation controls pointed upward or pulling back on the stick. And that's how you practically make a glider. And like I said, if you want to get higher, damage one engine more, but don't damage the other engine as much. This is Gunsnipe. I hope this video was good, was informative. I'll see you next time.